Fuck you, Cedric. I know I was late. I'm sorry. It's only been 30 seconds. It wasn't that bad.
That's why you dick little Cedric.
Yeah, always making fun of me, Ceddy Boo. Alright? That's why I'm gonna take you away from Jenny.
No, I was about to say that. That's why his girlfriend's gonna pay him like the little bitch he is.
Exactly. It's bullshit. People, what's up? This is Midnight Chat Attack. We're talking about the people that were watching us.
For the people.
And we're over here with the people, and we're just talking. And no, here's the thing though. We're also on SoundCloud. SoundCloud, thank you for listening right now. You guys should tell us what you guys think about the show, whether you hate us, whether you disagree with us, because man, we got so much things we're gonna talk about tonight. We know we're gonna piss off somebody. Ganja, how the fuck are you doing, sir?
Oh man, I'm doing good, feeling great, feeling like chocolate cake, so sweet and delicious, babe.
Wait, you feel like chocolate? How do you feel like chocolate cake?
I'm getting better at writing my rhymes, man.
You writing your rhymes?
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's happening. I don't know if people can kind of hear this.
Streets of Ontario, and I'm gonna start my fucking freestyle career. It's gonna be Alan. He's gonna be my hype man.
Somebody stop him.
Okay. I'm not your hype man. I'm so curious where the fuck he's gonna go with this. That's the thing. I mean,
to make money on the streets of the hard streets of Ottawa, I'm gonna sell illegal maple syrup, and that's how I make my money, man.
maple syrup. I was saying, man, fuck y'all.
I actually hate maple syrup.
Yeah, I never had maple syrup. Back there.
It's okay. The thing about like real maple syrup is it's super fucking sweet because it's just pure fucking. It's just pure fucking maple syrup from the tree. It is so ridiculously sure because what they do is they put that thing into a tree, they drain it into a fucking bucket, and then they boil it, and just to get rid of all the water, so you're just left with the fucking sugar parts, and then they put that into a bottle. It's way too fucking sweet for me, and I have like a fucking closet full of candy.
I got a question though, because this is the one thing that's always like when I watch Jurassic Park, and Nick, you probably remember the scene when the mosquito gets caught in. I always thought that was tree sap. Is that what amber is? It's just hard maple syrup.
Yeah, it's not maple syrup, but it's hard tree syrup. Because how many of y'all ever climbed trees as a kid?
No, my father did. I attempted it.
Anyway. Have you ever noticed like when you put it, there's this weird there's this fucking the coating of the bark is not like just wood. There's something else there.
The oak tree. All right, the oak trees. I can't believe I'm into this because I'm allergic to oak. So I was really playing my life doing this. But the oak trees down in Florida, they sometimes in the springtime they would sap, and it would taste so sweet. But I was allergic to oak, so every time I licked it, man, my tongue just got itchier than a motherfucker. But it was so sweet, you can't resist it.
Yeah, but it's not exactly maple syrup, but it is tree sap. It is like hardened over like millions of years type shit.
So just to entice you SoundCloud people more so, we're actually going to be calling ourselves out right now. I'm looking at chat. Togi Pop saying Birdman is a 40-year-old man baby. People are making fun of me for being late.
Stop talking about the chat.
No, I love the chat, man. And by the way, too, like especially the Facebook chat. Facebook chat's actually doing really good right now, and you guys are waiting for a long fucking time. Sorry about that shit, too.
Right now, see what they're up to.
Yeah, but no, SoundCloud, though. Yeah, once again, people, if you guys can, make sure to share our stuff. And then even if you don't like us, tell us why you don't like us, man. Tell me why it fucking sucks. Tell me why Alan's wrong, even though we probably already know.
Except Billy, whoever the hell you are. I still remember your comment. I'll never forget you.
Okay, so here's the thing. When Billy said... Oh, go ahead, Ganja.
No, I was gonna throw a dumbass thought there. Like, watch that be Billy from Double Toast to just fuck with us.
No shit, right?
No, because he's not a profile pic, so.
No, but the thing is, though, so he said, in case you guys don't know what the fuck we're talking about, there's a guy named Billy something, and he was telling you that we were like 4chan guys who cuss so much. The thing is, I didn't know this because I don't know shit about 4chan, but like apparently there's an 8chan. Apparently, there's
not
an
anymore.
8chan. Not anymore.
Didn't it get destroyed? I thought because the site was like fucking taken down for like child porn or some shit.
Yeah, see, that's the thing I was going to bring up to you. Is like, okay, so what's going on with that? Like, there's a place that they literally are like, they're cool with child porn? Like, why weren't they taking it down a long fucking time ago?
That's 4chan too, though. So if they're going to take down 8chan or whatever, they got to take down 4chan too.
No, you can't take down 4chan because that's where all the most toxic people on Earth are. And if you release that, that's like your pancreas exploding.
Damn, okay.
Or appendix, sorry, your appendix exploding.
Well, it looks like they're going to have to figure out something else to do with their lives rather than posting child porn then.
No, you know what they're going to do? They're going to flood to every other social media platform and infect them all.
I like how you made him an expert in like websites that host child pornography. Like, where did Alan acquire this knowledge? Is he's now like going from like hunting the flat Earth side pedophiles? Like,
because he's not going to ask your ass.
I'm wondering if the audience actually just saw how he just slowly slid Alan in front of that fucking bus. Took his time with it too. Like, just I'm going to push it right.
I was making it more of a joke. Like, this motherfucker's becoming an internet Batman now.
No, Alan, No, Alan's saving the world. Like even his fucking, he's trying to take down flat earthers and shit. Like Alan is a complete superhero. For
He's gonna go after anti-vaxxers next, pedophiles.
Oh no! I'm not going to the anti-vaxxers. Flat earthers aren't hurting anyone. Anti-vaxxers are murderers and child killers.
Damn, Jesus Christ! Like, I don't feel like they're. That's just a huge fucking thing to call somebody like a child murderer.
They are murder. They are child murderers. Children are fucking dying. Don't get me started on anti-vaxxers, but people and children are being killed because of these fucking idiots that don't know anything about science. And like hundreds of people in Washington are getting measles. 500 people in fucking the Philippines are getting, infected with various stuff. In fucking Vancouver, Canada, apparently one family caused a massive outbreak of measles. These people are killing people. Fuck them.
I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna vaccinate you, motherfucker.
I have a specific set of medicine. Or lack of medicine.
He's gonna be on the street looking for the next anti-vaxxer to vaccinate.
You sick bastard.
Alan's got personal vendettas and shit. Okay.
I know, got like 30 edits in the 15 minutes of curing somebody. Anyways, people, that's reference Taken 3, which no one gets taken in that movie, in case you were wondering. But
God, man.
But you broke his nose and his ribs.
No, I haven't seen Taken yet. I really want to see Taken. Maybe one of these days.
No, you don't. Those movies suck.
Well, man, people, and why do you think that people like build this up so much? Just because it's an old guy doing all this shit, or what?
Yeah, okay, because the thing is, this is before, I guess, Liam Neeson blew up his entire career a couple weeks ago. Yeah. But what happened was Liam Neeson was kind of like Michael Caine from, like, he's just one of those people you always saw in movies. They always did dramatic roles. And then when Taken comes out, it's like, wait, this guy that's always done these kind of serious dramatic roles of, high acting is going around and doing, like, action movie stuff. The stuff that you would see, like, Jason Statham or Arnold doing. Mm-hmm. And people, I guess, enjoyed it because it was a shock. No one's ever seen it. And that kind of just restarted his career. Because like, his career is kind of over until Taken came, and then restarted his career as an action star. So then all he was doing was action movies. To this day, he still does those. But after a while, it's like the novelty kind of wore off.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I blame memes.
Yeah, I mean,
nah.
That's the thing. That builds up a lot.
Like that phone meme that he did when he was on the phone with the kidnappers or whatever the fuck, that blew up, and I'm pretty sure made those movies more popular than they actually should have been.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
like I said before, it's more that a lot of people are like our dads are feeling like they're getting older. Like a lot of the old generation looks forward to these people because they were the guys they were the Chris Hemsworths. They were the, I'm trying to think of the guy that plays Spider-Man now, but he's got a real
Toby.
No, not Toby, the new one.
Oh, Andrew Garfield. No, never mind.
Man, you cannot keep up with the Spider-Mans, huh?
I'm sorry, there's so many of them, and they get younger every time.
Because you named a lot more than I named, but you were like counting down.
Tom Holland, there we go. The most recent.
You almost said Tom Hardy. I heard it.
No, I did.
You did not.
Here.
No,
this is not a Johnny Cash, Johnny Cage situation from last time.
Don't make me fuck that up again, please. Rojo over here saying your name is Vaccine Man. I would like to call you the Vaccinator. Like you've been vaccinated.
The vaccinator.
Alan just walks into a doctor's office. Have your kids been vaccinated?
Dun,
no.
Dun, dun.
I'll be right back.
No, yeah, it's gonna be like that fucking in Daredevil, that Punisher shoot, but instead of shotgun shells, it's just fucking syringes and fucking.
Alan walks into a hospital and he's like, I'm here also.
No, this motherfucker shows to an anti-vaxxer meter, and he just opens the door and just puts it from open to close, and it just fades to black.
and then Felix comes, and then he doesn't show up to WrestleMania, and then I'm sorry, it's a DJ Miles reference. Sorry, Miles, if you're watching. I just wanted to make that joke. But anyways, by the way, too, half of you people in the chat probably know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Ganja and Alan, do you guys actually seen that part of the?
No, I've only seen the meme reactions on Facebook. I was like, what happened?
Oh man, yeah, I love that shit so much. I've watched it a couple times. I don't like that. It's a joke that happens every fucking 5 days, but I had to make the joke at least once. But yeah, people, we're talking about tons of shit over here too. I know Peter Parker saying blame Nick for some reason. I did not do anything wrong. And speaking of Peter Parker, he said someone tell Jet. He said, "Hey boo." So I think Peter's trying to flirt. I don't know what the fuck. He has a girlfriend. Yeah, dude, your girl's gonna beat your ass, Peter. What the fuck?
So my girl might beat my ass for doing that.
Wow.
Around here.
Julian saying so serious, ruthless. Oh shit, is ruthless talking shit? Saying Darkman is
no.
super serious with Sam Raimi.
Oh, Darkman. Darkman was a Sam Raimi movie with Liam Neeson, and it was right before he did Spider-Man. and it's a fucking trip of a movie. But there's like it's boring as fuck. But like there's this one helicopter chase near the end that's really elaborate and really good. And as soon as you see it, you're like, oh, of course they got this guy to make Spider-Man live action.
Oh,
Like
wait.
that one.
Yeah, I remember this. This is actually this is a really good movie. Dude, that's a great design for a character, man. Like when he has.
Are you showing this in the rabbit or some shit, or are you just wanting me to be mesmerized by your words?
No. I get you can't see it in the rabbit.
No, because I can't. Because you didn't show yourself in the rabbit.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck's people. I don't know what's going on, but I literally gave him a link. Like I'm gonna show you right now. I'm by myself in this rabbit right here.
You clicked the wrong one.
Technical problem.
Wait, then, but where are y'all in? I see you guys right here.
Technical problem.
Okay. Well, hey, can you guys give me the link then? Because rabbit's fucking stupid.
Hey, look,
Any fucking way. The movie has decent elements, but it has a lot of dumb things going on with it. And it has one of my favorite science montages where it's like we're just like, oh man, do science stuff, do smart guy stuff, write on a chalkboard, erase the chalkboard, get mad, get a bunch of papers, and then a beaker just kind of flies by the screen.
So fucking. Okay, that sounds stupid as shit. But the
Oh,
design,
it's so fucking dumb.
the design is cool though. You gotta give respects to that. But
No,
yeah,
I
Julian
don't.
St. Dartman's way before Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1990 to like what 2000, like what? 12,
Wait, how am I
12 years?
wrong again? I said it was. Yeah, I said it was. That was the movie before he made Spider-Man.
Oh, well, like was it the last movie? Because I could have sworn he did Evil Dead somewhere in the 90s too.
It was probably not the last movie, but like
Okay.
that was before. Like when you see that movie, you see this is the guy they picked to make Spider-Man.
Okay, yeah, but no, everyone's actually correct. And Ruthless did it too, so I don't know. Somewhere you fucked up. I don't know where it was too, but
Alan,
I think
up,
it did
you
great.
have a bad name out here in these streets.
But here's the thing: we're gonna be talking about reviews and whatnot as well tonight. One of the big things, and maybe I might not even do what I want to talk about, but we're gonna talk about what's it called? Umbrella Academy. I fucking hate that name. That's like one of the worst fucking names for me right now. I keep fucking up every single time. But with that said, though. I don't have it as a full-on topic. I just want to ask you about this really quick, Alan. But news came out about season 2 happening. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm glad it's happening because nowadays you don't know if Netflix is gonna renew anything for a second season.
Yeah.
It's so fucking weird because like I was like enjoying the show and I'm like I almost wanted to not enjoy the show because if it ends up being canceled I won't care. But like first episode was okay. And then second episode, I'm like, okay, no, you guys have a fucking show going, and I just watched it like consistently. So I'm really, really happy season 2 is coming out because I'm like, they kind of left it on a cliffhanger, which I'm like, don't do that with Netflix shows. Don't do it on a cliffhanger because we don't know if we're gonna get a second season.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, you're saying that's a bad thing. Like, I can't get excited for shows. For me, I get excited for shows. Like, I like when shows are going to have their big ending, and like. You don't have to cliffhanger to like, hey, we're not gonna fully give you what you fucking want because we want you to come back next time. It's like, dude, honestly, cancel everything so we can get some full fucking length stories. And Jed, I'm gonna ask you. I don't know if you care about this kind of stuff, but as far as TV shows though, like, do you hate the cliffhangers that are on Netflix and all these seasonal fucking episodic TV shows?
I don't watch them, so I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Thank you. I'm in the same boat as you. Let's move on to the shores and not give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, next thing. Really quick, Gondra, gonna start with you then, asshole. PS Vita, what do you think about this ending production, good sir?
I am disappointed because one, I heard that the Vita was so hackable that you could get stolen video games on the cheap to the point that all you had to do was get this Vita like used, and I was like, I think it was going for like $120 the most, and you were getting like the first, I think it was called the PS. What was it called? The PSP. Yeah, you get original PSP games and other PS1 games that they're able to emulate. Not to mention the games that came out for the system itself. So you were getting all these games for free. You were able to hook up to the internet. You got to jerk off to porn on the mobile. I mean, I'm surprised that people didn't actually like the system more, but I get the point where it was like people were just tired of this kind of mobile gaming.
No, that wasn't the problem. People love the fucking system, but Sony just said fuck it because Sony does this.
Really? Because I thought it was an issue with people like not purchasing enough units, and it was just seemed like a smaller version of the PSP and not a true console.
That's because they didn't have no goddamn games.
That's yeah, it's actually funny. This isn't a problem where it's like the system with itself. This is a Wii U problem, in which they released a system. They didn't really understand what they wanted to do with it, and they essentially instantly forgot about it. Like I said, saying in the chat, it ended before it started. I don't think it ever even fucking started because as soon as they released it, because like I love the PSP, but I'm like I wish the PSP had the second analog stick for camera. So then when they do the next system and it's touchscreen and has all this stuff, it's everything everyone ever wanted. So people jumped on it. They loved it. But the problem is, it's like the emulation didn't happen for a while, so stealing games isn't really going to keep a fucking platform alive. It's whatever games are going on. And Sony, like the PlayStation Move and any other peripheral they ever fucking make, they instantly just forgot about it, and they released like fucking far and few between of actual video games. So people just kind of go, why am I buying this? Where the 3DS, it's like it's coming out with games every fucking week.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like for me, I know like God's like, man, this is kind of a bummer that this is happening. And I'm like, no, this is a good thing because this is one of the situations that now that it's you know, not produced anymore. I think that people are gonna keep their fucking systems and like fix them and get them repaired and then do a bunch of mods with them.
Oh,
then,
and go to your store for all the services, Nick?
Yeah, that. But then at the same time, like okay, like the PSP is still priced at like a $75, right, at most places.
Yeah.
And you can get a PSP and just have a guy like, you know, usually people who are selling this shit, they're you know, savvy when it comes to modding and shit like that. And you'll be like, hey dude, I'll give you $5, just mod it. Sure, take some fucking like 10 to 20 minutes, and you have a device that does every fucking virtual console from Nintendo tries to do, except with Sony games. And it's like, dude, like, this is just a PSP that could do this. And they could do that with Game Boy Advance games, etc., everything that Ganja just said. Imagine what the PS Vita can fucking do, dude. Like, that shit's powerful as fuck. And no one ever talks about how powerful the PS Vita was because no one's really into the PS Vita in general because Sony just doesn't support shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the problem with Nintendo. Not Nintendo, goddammit. I'm so used to bashing on Nintendo that I just jumped on them each first chance I get. But when the problem with Sony is they don't really care about other systems that aren't like the base main console line. If it's not a numbered PlayStation, they really don't give a fuck about it all that much. It almost seems like they give these as like pity ideas to research and development department to like figure out ways to just fuck around with the money and see if they can make extra income. Because like with the Vita, it really did not get no love. Like I think the PSP got a lot more attention than the Vita, but even then the PSP was more just an emulator that you were buying old games for. Like I just bought for my PSP. I just bought the first Resident Evil again. I bought Metal Gear Solid. And then I got, which was basically a card game, so that wasn't even fun at that point. And then, of course, the third game I got was Ape Escape, which now I get for free on certain websites so I can hook up my cable to.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too. Like, PS Vita, one thing I really enjoyed about that as well is that it gave you some kind of, like, value with your PS Plus account thing, too. So, like, I know he's talking about, like, you know, racing games and some of the shit that's boring, but sometimes they pull out, like, especially with, like, when Christmas comes around, they give you a bunch of good shit, dude. Like, especially like some of those indie games that are still pretty expensive because like there's no competition. Lots of those go on PS Vita like right away. But Al, I'm gonna ask you, like, okay, so we fully know that like like the business is bad with Sony and Vita, but like were you ever like if it was priced lower and you could afford it, like would you be hyped for having a Vita at all? Was it something that you gave a shit about? Oh, you did. My bad. I didn't. I guess I didn't listen.
I actually bought it because I heard it was good with hacking and stuff. It was good with actually doing that kind of stuff. And then when I got it, I was like able to hook it up to my PS4 because sometimes like I'm on my computer and I don't want to feel like being on my PS4, so I'd actually be able to use my Vita as a way to talk to friends on PS4. I'm like, that's really cool. But the thing is I think emulation was really early when I picked it up, where the games didn't run that well, or either I emulated them wrong, which is always a possibility. So I got to the point where I'm like, I don't really want to keep this around. So I just kind of eventually got rid of it because I'm like, there's not enough here for me. There's not enough games I'm ever going to put money into, so I don't want to put money into the system. The emulation's not working that well, and it keeps getting patched out. So even if I want to emulate it, I can never use the PS4 function. So it's like, I don't know. Maybe now I'll pick it up, but honestly, like, I've been actually fucking around emulating shit on my phone just to try it out, and I'm kind of fine with this right now. Like, honestly, I don't really need a video.
The best option now. Like, your phone has so many attachments and hookups that you could just really take mobile game into another step. Like, you saw what I think Cedric posted in an earlier chat in the Shipwreck chat was he posted something that it was a mobile controller for your phones. And that shit's just perfect for on the go. It's way better than going out and buying a console because you get more multi-tool purpose out of a cell phone than you do just buying a gaming console, which might give you Netflix.
Yeah.
But my only issue with mobile, and that's the issue I've been talking to 90s and Trey about, the thing about mobile games with phones that will never ever be solved because they're touchscreen is touchscreen controls are garbage for trying to move your fucking character around. That's why a lot of games are RTS lights like Clash of Clans, or they're Angry Birds games that require you just to flick. I'm playing San Andreas on there, and I'm like, yeah, it runs fine, but it's really hard to shoot, it's really hard to aim, it's really hard to kind of move, but it runs there. And that's the thing where the Vita didn't have that fucking problem. It has controls on there. So if you're someone else that actually can emulate it better and actually get there, you can get a lot out of it. But for me, it's like I'm gonna stick with something else just because I get more out of it. But like, I don't think this is gonna spike it up. I think this is the existing versions are gonna be way more expensive because they're no longer flooding the market with Vitas anymore. It's whoever has them left is gonna price them however they want.
Jed, I'm going to ask you really quick. Cedric said the 3DS is the next to be completely dead, and you know why I'm calling on your ass about this. But do you agree with that? Do you think that 3DS is pretty close to its fatality?
Honestly, probably, because right now Nintendo's just focusing on the Switch, and like they're not saying anything for like 3DS and everything. Like it's mostly what they're doing right now. It's just doing just regular like small titles on the DS to keep everyone like still interested in everything like that. I mean, you got the games you can go back to. I mean, like Pokemon, some Digimon games, the ones that aren't on PlayStation 4 or whatever. It's just since basically you can take your Switch with you, like most people are just like, so what's the reason to even use DS anymore?
Yeah, and the funny thing is too is like, yeah, the Switch is technically a handheld that what both console and handhelds as. So, yeah, that's actually one of those weird situations where, especially like those games too, like the Switch video games. That's one thing that makes me feel like, man, this kind of feels like I'm paying too much for it. Where it's like this little tiny fucking little like memory stick, and that's the $60 video game. Like, dude, give me some physical heft to something. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I know it. It's basically a cartridge except way smaller because again, they don't want to sit there and have you carrying a fucking 64 cartridge.
But the case is still fucking huge.
No, the cases are really small. Do I have one?
It
within
looks like
arm's
a
reach?
PSP case, right?
The Switch is actually pretty like not that big.
Yeah, the Switch games are very small. They're my brother's one. I feel like busting in, but they're both smaller. Both the 3DS and the Switch cases are like half the size of a what you call PS4 or Xbox One.
Yeah, they're basically around like the same size. Like basically, I would say smaller than like a saltine cracker.
I think at this point, if they can just solve the battery issue, I think mobile game will become a lot more viable.
Oh shit! Tell that to the entire electronic industry, man.
Really, is that's kind of a big barrier that's going on right now?
Yeah, that's It's actually not a problem with individual companies. That's why Energy came out with their fucking brick phone, because they're like this. It's a problem where we don't have the technology to create a better battery than the lithium-ion battery. Some people are trying. They're trying, but it's like it's making a better battery and then making it cheap enough to put in electronics.
Sir, why'd you blow up your house? Were you making methamphetamines? No, I was trying to make a better Duracell.
Yeah. Is that why there's fire everywhere? It exploded.
So you got battery acid all your face, and looking fucking like Two-Face from Batman.
Just leave me alone. Don't judge me.
I'm trying to be a scientist.
Yeah, you look it up. People are trying to make better batteries, but that's the biggest problem with the electronic industry is shit. Batteries just don't work. That's why phones. It's like that's why pretty sure that's why I said you started trash gang. That's why phones die so quickly, more so nowadays than they did with the Nokia phone that would last 4 days on a charge because it's the same It's not so much the same battery, but it's like almost the same length of battery. But we're doing 10 times more things on a phone now than we were doing on a Nokia phone. That's why it dies in 12 hours versus days.
Well, some cell phones are basically laptops at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we move on to the next thing, I just want to say, Alan Blacknick in the YouTube chat. People on SoundCloud right now, because we're in 3 different chats.
Look, that's somebody else named Birdman Al. I don't know who that is.
People were literally saying "blame Nick" as a hashtag. That's like the new Nick, the new fuck word thing. And for some reason, Alan says "Black Nick."
Why?
I don't fucking know.
There's several
5 chats I gotta keep an eye on.
There's
Black Nick.
Black Nick.
Okay, I'm sorry, but there's 2 letter
Same
differences.
black
Can
time,
you blame
same
me?
black channel.
Come on, man.
BET.
There's 2 fucking letter differences. Is it really that big of a deal?
Well, because you didn't even typo. You still spelled it right. You had black on the mind, sir. You wrote the full word.
Right now on Pornhub, that's why.
Let's I only wrote it in one chat and then he can go to 5 different chats.
He was actually gonna write Ebony Nick, and then he fucked up. So.
How's that pronounced? Ebony, Ebony?
I don't
Ebony.
know,
Who the fuck says Ebony?
By that point, my pants are already unbuckling, so I don't care.
Shit, you watching enough of that porn?
Hey man, hey, stop snitching.
Good lord. You snitched yourself out.
Hey man, if the pussy ain't well done, I ain't got nothing time with North.
Oh my god, please
What?
stop.
I started thinking of steak and I just.
If the pussy ain't done, but
Either you were going for a freaking beat or you just had a stroke halfway through.
That's all, folks.
That's what I said. I started seeing and smelling steak, man. Something was frying. I think it was my brain.
I had to move on. I laugh all day.
Do you have burnt pussy on the mind? What's
He said,
boy.
well done, like it's on the counter. It's like, yes, thank you. And I want my calzone.
Oh, hold on, shit. My shit about to burn.
Italiano restaurant, burnt vagina. Fuck. God damn, man. You can only get that in New York. But anyways,
you
I will not.
in New York.
I will not talk about fucking New York right now. Anyways, Babe Bosun's over here. He says Ebony Nick sounds actually kind of hot. Keep that name. No, I'm not doing that. Thank you. Anyways,
Body
Alan,
there.
you, sir, are a person who enjoys your X-Men. I do too. X-Men's
What?
probably one of my favorite. Yeah. What?
What are you talking about? I consistently talk shit about the X-Men franchise.
But half of
Every
them you
single
like.
opportunity.
And
What are you
Jet,
talking about?
Jet
There's,
hates
like,
Mortal
one-
Kombat. So
What are you talking about? There's one X-Men movie that I kind of enjoy. I think most of them fucking suck.
I feel at this point, DS is basically does that thing where like he knows you don't like something or you do like something, then says the complete opposite. Like I
man.
love Melissa
I'm
McCarthy.
sorry.
Yeah, like, yo, man.
Hey, let me pull it out. I'm in both chats.
Oh, fuck you, man. Literally, we talking shit about X-Men like an hour ago. Did you forget that?
But every time we get into a conversation like this, like we're about to get to, you start bringing up like, well, 2 was okay, 1 was, well, I like them all.
Okay.
Blah, blah,
When it
blah.
comes, because the thing is because a bunch of crazy motherfuckers in the chat think 1 and 2 are the fucking second coming of Christ. So I can't sit there and say those movies are not as good as people say they are. I'm gonna get fucking like chewed out in the fucking chat. X-Men First Class is okay. That's actually probably one of my favorite ones. And honestly, I can't really think of any other ones except for I don't even know Deadpool counts as a fucking X-Men movie.
It does. No, it does. Don't go.
I don't know.
It's so fucking.
Deadpool 2?
I mean, Deadpool 1 has
And
2
2.
X-Men characters, and X-Men 2 has 4 X-Men characters.
Even then, I still wouldn't say it's an X-Men movie.
I would say it takes place in the same universe, but it's definitely not an X-Men in its own like. Because the problem with the X-Men is it doesn't have connections to Magneto, it doesn't have connections to Professor Xavier. You got Wolverine's not in it, and you can make the same excuse with the new one, but you don't even got Cyclops, you don't even got Mystique. So the main characters aren't in the Deadpool series. It's more takes place within the universe itself.
Yeah.
Wait, is there a person? Is there a person in Marvel named Cyclops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of Cyborg. And I was just like,
Yeah.
wait, Cyborg.
You're in the
Cyclops?
wrong franchise.
And then even if we get to the other actual X-Men Origins movie, the Wolverine solo movies, I only really like one of them. Like, Wolverine is a decent movie. X-Men Origins sucks, and I don't like Logan. Like, most of the X-Men movies I fucking hate. I'm
You didn't like
sorry.
Logan?
I don't like Logan. I don't think Logan's a bad made movie. I just don't like it.
I've been dealing with your shitty opinions all night. God damn it.
Oh, shut the goddamn hell up. and don't even get me started on the television shows.
I'll cut you.
Don't get
You don't
started on
watch
your
them, don't
shit.
lie to me.
I don't watch that shit. I just want to cut you.
I don't know what to say in essence, man. I agree with most of the shit you're saying, Alan, except for the fact that I could have sworn you and I talked about how like we really enjoyed like some of 3, and there's cool things about Days of Future Past, and
I mean,
there's a
I
pattern.
remember a day where we all said we loved Call Me by Your Name. I remember that.
Yeah, no, especially no. Fuck, I'm not going with that.
Because I don't want to bring it up because we got to get into a topic. But like, there's been active rants I've had about why I hate the fucking X-Men movies. That they just do the exact same fucking thing every goddamn X-Men fucking movie.
Do you feel like this does the same thing with this trailer? Do you feel like because there's parts of this that I feel like wow, this is so X-Men 3, and I'm fucking loving it.
Okay, so the thing about this trailer right away is this. I'm gonna give a compliment before going to my end. This is way better than that first trailer. That first trailer is fucking terrible. Holy shit. But this, even though it does things that I have problems with, I actually enjoyed myself watching this trailer. It did a lot of cool stuff. It almost feels like a horror movie.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what it should goddamn be. But it also leads into my problem of this movie existing in the way that it exists. I've never said this, so fucking mark a count when I say this. Dark Phoenix is the only movie that I think should have a rated R fucking version. This movie should be fucking bloody and violent, and what should end up happening is Jean Grey should walk up to Jennifer Lawrence's character Mystique, rip her fucking heart out, and say, "You never had the heart for this," and crush that fucking thing. And that's how that character should be fucking offed. But they're never gonna have the balls to do that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do have the balls. I mean, the only fucking Marvel movies, or well, comic movies that actually have the rated R, except for Batman v Superman, was X-Men movies, like Deadpool. Wasn't fucking, I'll build a bigger one. What was that movie called?
That wasn't, no, that was Apocalypse, and it wasn't. But one of the problems that I have with the Dark Phoenix in both X-Men Apocalypse and this is they're doing the trope that I fucking hate. And you see this in the trailer where they're doing the whole, oh no, I'm so afraid of this power. Oh no, I'm a good person, but I have this evil power. It's like, no, I hate that trope so much. Where it's like you have this evil demon power, but you're still a good person, so that we can have some sympathy for you. No, I think that they should do this, and I wish Gon didn't fucking mute his mic. But what they should do with the Dark Phoenix power is make it like it's a fucking heroin, like make it like it's a drug where the first time she fucking uses it in fighting Apocalypse, it is like a fucking rush of whatever fucking drug Ganja can come up with right now, and she starts getting addicted to the power, so she's using it more and more, and that's when she becomes an evil person as a result of just her being addicted to this power. But they're doing this fucking stupid bullshit where I think they have Jessica Chastain as a demon that's the embodiment of the Phoenix Force. What the fuck is this stupid like cartoon bullshit?
No, I'm gonna interrupt real quick, man. I'm over here talking to the chat, being all innocent, hanging out with
What
people.
did you do? What did you do?
I was typing shit. I was about to help Nick out, and people like, hey man, if you want to talk about the X-Men movies, but just tell us what you like about it. If you don't like it, and we'll talk about it as we get done with this conversation. I was helping out and shit, and I just hear from my left ear like, yeah, like that kind of shit that Ganja got, the kind of shit Ganja be smoking. Like, stop snitching, man. I got wrapped
Stop
up in that.
snitching. Sorry, what's your name again?
Michael Cullen, motherfucker. That's a stage name. I'm a Christian boy.
You are a goddamn liar. But
Man,
I don't.
It's
I'm
actually
Again,
an
I,
ironic
community
name.
service on the weekends, bro.
but again, I hate that trope in which it's like the person's still good but has this evil power. It's like, no, try to do something different. Either make the person straight fucking evil and they love the fucking power, or make it like when she has that crying scene in the fucking trailer, it's because she's crashing after the fucking high of being on the power. But no, they're not doing that. But outside of those issues, this trailer was fucking dope.
Yeah, no, I can definitely agree. The tone of it was just kind of like building towards the very end, and then like it had me hooked at the very beginning because even though I was laughing like at the acting, like, oh god, why do you do this to me, fucking
Gene, no.
yeah, yeah, oh god, I was like, Gene, no.
I just love how the trailer just spoils, like, I know a big character moment development just
They
from
have
like,
a
that
funeral!
first 5 seconds.
Yeah,
Like, all right, no, let's go into even the background. Like, we all know Jennifer Lawrence don't give a fuck anymore. She's tired of these movies. She's moved on to better things and bigger things. I don't know what she's doing right now, but apparently she has moved on to better and bigger things. But I just love how they're not even just giving a fuck. Like, they're gonna kill Mystique within the first 10, 20 minutes of the movie.
I really hope they don't. That'd be so.
No, that's the motivation. I'm gonna let you know right now. That's that scene where she gets flown into the house. She's gonna get impaled by some wood or some shit, or some glass gonna slit her throat. I don't know how they're gonna do the bullshit shenanigans, but it's gonna be a scene, a synonymous montage where they got the funeral happen at the same time. All the people vowing that we're gonna get Jean back, we're gonna destroy this new evil,
Yeah.
and it's gonna cut to Jean suffering with the thought of that she just let her power loose and killed her friend, and it's gonna be all done at the same time. We know how this movie's gonna end. They're either gonna kill the bitch and then save the bitch. I'm tired of superheroes.
No, that's not the see. You're tired of shitty superhero movies, which I'm sorry for everybody that likes Deadpool, 1 and 2, and likes
That was
Logan.
the only thing that's giving me hope in the last year, and you're gonna shit on it.
No. I'm saying for people that like those fucking movies, Fox doesn't know what they're doing with the X-Men franchise. They don't know what the goddamn hell they're doing. Like the Deadpool movies and Logan are fucking flukes. The fact that those movies are not colossal pieces of shit.
You keep involving Logan in this.
Logan has Wolverine in it.
I'm just saying, stop involving Logan in your talk. I'm just saying.
No, fuck Logan. But my point is, those movies, those
The bad
movies.
opinions continue.
I don't give a goddamn shit. Those movies have at least a certain
That's
level
so
of quality to them.
disrespectful.
Those movies have a certain level of quality to them that the other X-Men movies don't. Like X3 has some okay moments, but that movie fucking falls apart after the first 5 minutes. The first two fucking standalone Wolverine movies are not good fucking movies. Apocalypse is a boring piece of shit. This, on the other hand, is a mixed bag of I don't know what the goddamn hell's going on.
Yeah, I mean, right now too, I'm looking at the chat. Ruth is saying he actively avoids watching X-Men 3. I actively avoid fucking talking to you about X-Men movies in general because that's one of the best fucking ones I saw. It was fun as shit. Now, when you talk about Logan, man, here's the thing about Logan. That movie is good because, just like with The Dark Knight, it tries to be not a comic book movie. It's trying to do something fucking serious and something cool and something like taken away from this ridiculous fucking universe that they built up. Same thing with the Black Panther. Black Panther was good because of shit that wasn't the Black Panther comic. Like, when it comes to comic book shit, even Black Panther's universe is fucking ridiculous, y'all. Like, they literally live in a city that's inside of a portal in the fucking sky.
that is the Black Panther comic though.
Nah, I think that movie did stuff that's like, you know what, let's try to like bring it down more grounded and start like, like how does this connect more so to the real life universe as opposed to this fucking comic book? Because the comic book got ridiculous.
Well, technically, don't they do that with most of the Marvel movies?
Yeah, they did with Infinity War too, which is another thing I was going to bring up. Where I was like, I'm glad they didn't do the comic book shit with that. Like, if you notice, the movies that keep trying to push away like its source material are the ones that succeed the most because people that don't like comic books can get into the franchise and say, hey, this is actually pretty fucking cool. Dark Phoenix. like as you said earlier, Alan, about it being almost like a horror
What's up?
movie. It's like, yeah, that's what we want to see is like a fucking horror movie. Same with the New Mutants. That's another one. It's like
Oh god.
it's gonna be fantastical. It's gonna be
No,
fucking
it's
silly.
not. That movie's gonna be a piece of shit. I almost agreed with you for a second, and then you brought up New Mutants. New Mutants is gonna fucking flop like no one's ever flopped before.
It might flop, but it doesn't mean that's the quality of the film that flops. I mean, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, but I think the movie's gonna be fun. But the thing is, as far as what's going on here, as much as those scenes are cool, especially like the a lot of the shots, the problem is it's gonna be very, very inconsistent, and it's not gonna do anything that's relatively different. Like I was saying again, I almost say I never fucking say things to get R-rated. This is one of the few ones because I think they should treat it more as a force of. It should be more like. What was it? She should not be in the situation where there's two dichotomies. Because she's literally having a conversation with Jessica Chastain in this, and because that's supposed to be probably the embodiment of the fucking Phoenix Force. That shouldn't fucking be the case. This should be a situation in which this person is a wrecking ball that needs to be goddamn stopped. Almost like the first 4 episodes of The Punisher, before we realize what the hell's going on, and have this person be a goddamn villain. And having them wiping away X-Men, because we see that like a lot of X-Men are being fucking hurt. But it's like, and they're being chased out the whole movie, and I'm like, that's going to be kind of cool. But it's so inconsistent because they're going to try so hard to make it so sympathetic. Because, again, like Anja said, particularly the end of this movie is going to be, she's going to get stabbed or shot, and she's going to have that moment of, I'm sorry, kill me, I'm sorry, it's going to come back and it's going to kill you all. And then they're going to have that heartfelt moment where they shoot her in the fucking face. Like,
Yeah.
what I want the end of this fucking movie to be, and we were talking about this earlier, me and Ruthless, is they should just wipe out, like, every single X-Men character except for maybe Professor X and Wolverine. Just wipe it, and that's how the movie ends. Just dark ending.
Logan again?
Wait.
Yeah, you know how Logan only has those 2 people? This is basically what happens right before Logan.
Alan, I'm sorry to do this. You say all the fucking goddamn time that you hate when movies do that, and you want them to do that?
So, okay, Nick, I'm also going to send you a screenshot.
Yeah, okay. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Look,
I literally wrote that. You always say you hate killing
be
characters.
gentle. Be gentle to him, Nick.
Ganja, you know he's
Don't
cool
hurt
right
him.
now, right?
Oh,
you know
man.
what he's
Don't hurt him. Look, he knows who Snoop Dogg is, all right?
doing. No.
Did he just kick himself out the call?
Did he?
Oh, good for him. He needed to know his place. Go in time.
Oh my god. Alan, what'd you do? He just
He wants
sent
to go fight anti-vaxxers.
So, okay.
what was outside his window talking about, yo, man, I'm going to clean the children full of vaccines.
It's
It'll fuck
vaccination
you
time.
ass.
Why did you skip me for the call, Nick? Were you going to lose the argument, Nick?
Oh, you lying sack of shit.
Why'd you kick me, Nick?
Oh, you better tell people I did not kick you, you son of a bitch.
Nah, man, he kicked me. That's why I was quiet, man.
You motherfucker.
Can I be the middle ground here? I'll tell the truth and nothing but the truth. I swear to God.
Okay, go ahead.
Alan, you got kicked by Nick, man. That's some fucking ratchet shit, man.
You
Like,
traitor.
that is a dick move. Like, how are you going to debate someone, try to
You
spend knowledge
traitor
and wisdom?
motherfuckers.
And the minute chance you get is just kick him right out of the fucking wisdom tent.
I feel so betrayed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. So here's what you showed me, the screenshot, by the way. You fucking douchebags. It says, I didn't get what the fuck. He says, Alan, I never say this.
Yeah, no, because I was saying exactly what I was going to say and what you were going to say as a response.
You always say, yeah, okay, dude. So you basically predicted I was going to call you out on your bullshit?
I predicted almost the words you were going to pick because I know how you're going to be. So I prepared the counter argument because I know you always like to call me out for this shit because you don't like to hear what I say first.
YouTube, Facebook. No, we're going to get this motherfucker. You guys, because I can't
No,
count
I'm
on
ready for
fucking
this
Ganja.
shit, motherfucker.
I can't count on Ganja to have my back. So all y'all, please, pay attention to what he's about to say because I guarantee it's going to be some bullshit.
I mean, I didn't even get out what I wanted to say about the trailer first, but you guys go ahead and argue for the next 2 hours.
do you want to go? Or
No,
do you...
I want Jet to go first because honestly, I hope to God.
No,
she's
you know,
gonna be on my
it's
side.
too late. You didn't even think about it. Go ahead and start your argument.
I'm sorry. Alan, dude. Okay,
So just
please
fucking
tell me.
disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. But god damn it.
This is great, by the way. No matter how
Like,
this
I
ends,
was
I'm
slapped
happy.
right in
fighting
the face and told to go sit back down in my goddamn seat.
I'm fighting
I was up
against three
next,
people.
bitch.
I'm fighting against 3 fucking people. What the fuck, man?
Now you know how Alan feels when he gets game banging
Every
after hours.
single
No,
day.
the difference is though is that Alan is a bitch.
Fuck you. How about that?
Alan, Please tell me why, sir. When you always
Still
say
asking for the man's opinion, Jet. Don't even care what you got to say.
she said never mind.
Let me just fucking speak, and then we can go directly to Jet.
Patriarchy
No,
alive
I'm
and
gonna
wealthy.
respond to your
Shameful.
bullshit before we get to Jet. I had to respond to your fucking lameness. So please tell me why, sir. When you say all the time we have so many fucking reviews that you hate when people die at the end of even seasons, etc., and now you're saying that you want this to happen. Tell me why that has changed.
So in every single review in which I actually stated that I hate when the characters die at the end of the movie, for instance, Rogue One, Fury, and what the fuck was that of the movie? Saving Private Ryan, is because they have plot armor throughout the entire movie, and then the sequence says, fuck it, we're removing the plot armor, and it's just a way to have a dark ending for dark's sake. So whenever I complain about that shit, I complain that all these people survived throughout the entire fucking movie, only to have the plot armor be removed at the very end. When I say I want the entire fucking cast wiped out, I don't want a situation in which the movie ends with the entire cast wiping out, something similar to Rogue One or Fury. I want a situation where she is systematically killing people off throughout the entire fucking movie, like Hateful Eight. Hateful Eight, people are dying as they need to for the plot throughout the entire course of the movie. I love that fucking movie because every single thing that happens is as a consequence to a fucking action. It's not just, let's just kill everyone because we want to have a bloodbath. It's like, no, every action in Hateful Eight has a consequence, and some of those consequences involves in people's death. That's what I want with this fucking movie, which is why I said it's a rated R, and which is why I say a lot of these characters should be killed off. Because I want to see them do something that has consequences, which we don't get to see a lot in 1, superhero movies, and 2, X-Men movies.
Alan, in Rogue One, you got fucking pissed because people were dying throughout the entire movie, and you're like, "Oh,
no, I wasn't."
You this was recorded. Like,
yeah, and my recorded was they all died at the end.
All right, Alan.
I feel your pain, Nick. Come here.
Oh, you
What
fucking get off
we
me!
recorded. We never recorded. I said that I hate the ending of Rogue One.
God damn.
Let me be on both sides, man. Michael Cohen taught me a lot. All right, sometimes you got to play both fields.
Jet,
go,
Queen. I am so sorry. That wasn't even worth anything. I'm
Don't
so
blame.
sorry.
Don't just blame yourself. Alan had a whole argument. Goddamn right.
Yeah, and by the way, I can't even. Alan, if you believe your shit so much, I can't even argue it. It's like you think that you didn't say those things, so shit. Like,
recorded.
But anyways, Jet, what do you feel about this trailer? And if you want to, it's up to you. But what do you feel about Alan and his change about?
Well, I didn't hear any of your guys' arguments.
Wow.
I was goddamn mad.
But yeah, what do you think about the Darth Phoenix
When
show?
Alan argues, I tend to go static. So anyway.
I'm sorry, Alan. I feel bad for him.
I didn't have that much
The
to say
people
about
looking on
this goddamn.
SoundCloud, Alan looks disappointed. Like we took away his favorite toy right now.
Oh no, because I'm also typing in the chat because Nick says, "Oh man, Alan said this shit. Alan says this shit. Oh, what are you talking about? It's recording." And then says, "Oh, Alan, you like all the X-Men movies, right? Bitch, which one is it? Do you remember the shit or you don't?"
I don't remember that part.
Oh fuck you! You remember what you want to remember.
I like
That's
that. Hold on
funny.
again. I just keep getting disrespected
Yeah, like
in
he
here.
keeps. Yeah, let Jet go. Goddammit.
I
Jet, what
don't
do you
even
think
have
about this
that much to say. I just feel so disrespected right now. Like, you guys want to get anything else out before I go? Anything else?
Oh, I was ready for this shit. I was ready for this shit for like fucking half an hour.
All right.
I'm just gonna sit here. Just wait. I am scared.
Anyway, this trailer, honestly, I don't know what you guys seen, and I found it incredibly boring. I don't like Cyclops. I don't like Jean Grey. I don't like Professor X. Like, this shit looks so goddamn boring. Just like most of the other fucking X-Men movies. The last one I actually even remember seeing, and this was after 3, was fucking First Class. That's the only fucking one I remember. Because every other one just seems like so fucking convoluted with all the time shit and all that. And don't get me fucking started on Jennifer Lawrence. Is that Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah,
it's Jennifer Lawrence.
Whack ass child makeup. That honestly, that's so fucking disrespectful to the who was it? Rebecca Romaine.
Mm-hmm.
She did not have her whole bare coochie out doing all these flips and shit. Doing all these flips and shit. For fucking Jennifer Lawrence to come in here with that fucking ugly ass makeup.
man, I know what tweet you saw. I saw that shit too.
Yeah, and I agree with it. She had her whole bare ass coochie, bare ass titties, and just because fucking Jennifer Lawrence wants to use that fucking whack ass child, non-toxic ass fucking makeup on her fucking skin because she's just like, I don't want to wear this fucking makeup. It's too much. Then don't play the fucking role, bitch. Why do you keep coming back?
That's actually a really good question because I was under the impression that the third X-Men movie, Apocalypse, was actually the end of all of these characters' contract. The fact that this movie exists, I don't know why any of these people are back.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel
and I'm not
checks.
excited about any fucking movie that has Cyclops. I hate Cyclops. I cannot stand Cyclops.
Gene, no.
Okay, but here's the thing though. Cyclops is never a real big part of the fucking movies. Like, why are you guys like? You guys are picking on shit that's like so small on the X-Men movies.
He's a little bitch.
Dude, he's wet.
The motherfucker is so third party or
he shouldn't even be in there. He sucks.
He's the 10-10 of the X-Men.
No, but what I'm gonna say though is like that fucking dude literally is in a romantic like relationship storyline, and yet she's still in this storyline with Wolverine with the same fucking thing. Like that dude plays second fiddle even as a boyfriend in these fucking things.
Yeah, because he's a bitch.
Great too. Like.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, what were you saying, Jet? Because I think I interrupted you.
No, I said, like, I'm so fucking tired of Jean Grey 2 and, like, her whole life doing basically everyone in the fucking X-Men. Like, I don't give a shit about anything having to do with her. They already had that in the fucking third movie. Like, I don't care.
I will agree that I don't understand why we're doing the same thing they did in the third movie. That does make sense to me. But at the same time, it's like, this character is a lot like lots of characters that you guys enjoy. And I'm sorry, I'm going to call you out, Jet, a little bit. The Thanos situation. I know you like Thanos. She's basically fucking Thanos.
I like Thanos. Regular Thanos is plant stuff.
But the thing is bringing it up at that. It's like, even when we saw with the trailers, like, it's funny that you bring up Thanos because Thanos was built up on cameos. We didn't really get a sense of what Thanos was until we got his own full movie. Mm-hmm. But the thing is we knew at least the characters that were interacting with Thanos to a certain degree. We knew that the Avengers, and we had movies of them, and we knew how they felt about Thanos, but we didn't really get anything from Thanos until we saw the movie. This is a situation in which, when the first time we saw Thanos on the first trailer, this is what happened in Dark Phoenix trailer 2. The problem is the Phoenix we don't know anything about. Jean Grey we also know nothing about, but we've seen Jean Grey in other movies. Like, this is a problem in which a lot of the cast members, which is the new Cyclops, the new Jean Grey, the new Storm, and the new, random other people, we know fuck all about. So this is the equivalent of, imagine if Thanos was the villain of Iron Man 1 or something. You're like, we don't know who these people are, so we don't care about what the fuck's going on because we had no idea. That's like keep saying the whole Cyclops, but Jean, I love you. Do you? We've seen you for maybe 10 minutes on screen.
Please die again, damn.
I hope he does. I really fucking hope he dies.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold back laughter because you said Jean Grey.
You a 5-year-old?
I'm sorry.
Jesus Christ. Fucking 5-year-old.
Thank you, CJ. Like I thought I was the only person who thought that, but he talked so fast. He said Jean Grey.
Did I?
You did, dude. That's why you said it in the fucking in the chat.
Oh, I thought he was just saying that because he didn't like the character. Well,
no, you said it.
My bad.
I just keep thinking about that fucking Mystique, that fucking Jennifer. That wig is so fucking terrible too. Like, honestly, how do you downgrade that much after all these fucking years? How do you fucking downgrade that bad?
Every single X-Men movie that has Mystique has had a different makeup set.
Yeah, but I mean, it is getting to a point too where they keep kind of like pushing her, like, oh, she's so mysterious, she's so whatever. I was like, dude, we've seen her so vulnerable in so many movies and seen so many different sides of her that's like, dude, she doesn't matter anymore. Like, I don't know why.
She's not even fun anymore. Like, she's so fucking boring at this point.
And that's the thing, you're being fair in saying that too, because you saying that's like not fun anymore. Like, you did like her. Like, I liked her too. We all liked her. It's just, after so many fucking movies, it's time to jump off like that fucking bandwagon a little bit. Like, you know what I mean?
Her look was iconic. Like, when Rebecca Romijn was actually like Mystique, like, yeah, she was fucking interesting and shit. Like, now it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, when I guess almost one of her first movies was First Class, she was kind of hopeful. She didn't, like, her character was very hopeful, where you're like, oh, hey, we can actually, do good with our powers and stuff like that. Let's show off our powers. Let's actually try to change the world. And then the second one, when it's like, oh, the government's doing their thing because it's the fucking X-Men and we got to use that plot line, she becomes, evil. She's like, well, fuck the government. All they want to do is experiment and kill us. But then X-Men 3 comes out and she just kind of shows up. Like, she doesn't do anything in X-Men 3 that's really that interesting. She looks bored as hell. So this one, it doesn't look any different.
Yeah, I'm getting some really good vibes. That's like, okay, if I go to see this movie, just be prepared. You're going to basically see X-Men 3 all over again, and just accept what you're about to watch. Because that's pretty much the vibe I'm getting from it. And the reason I say it's a good vibe is because, like, one, it was a bad X-Men movie, but two, I do get where Nick's coming from because I did enjoy the stupidity of it.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of shit
They
exploding.
literally said Patrick Stewart flying in the fucking air and disintegrated.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it has some good moments. X-Men 3, like him moving a bridge across to take a bunch of people. That's fucking dope as shit. But it's such a disorienting, disjointed movie that this feels like, yeah, like Ruth was saying, X-Men 3 Part 2, where it's like it's let's just do it. It's a problem that Marvel fixed this problem, but it's a problem a lot of movies are doing. They're like, if we just do the biggest thing, the most recognizable thing ever, that's going to get people's butts in the seats. X-Men Dark Phoenix, for a lot of people that are fans of the X-Men comics, that's the biggest one. That's the killing joke for Batman. That's the death of Superman for Superman. So as long as we do the big name, we're going to get people in theaters. But it's like, when you look at the Phase 1 Marvel movies, they were doing origin stories that were taking characters, but they were doing their own thing. They had to build the characters up. Jean Grey's never been built up. So if she dies, who cares? Who actually gives a shit?
No, yeah, I feel the same way, but and we know she's gonna die. That's basically in the fucking trailer. But it's just like, almost like with Logan, we knew he was gonna die too. It's just, I don't feel like that's the part that we're supposed to be like, oh man, that's gonna happen, because like we already know what the fuck's gonna happen with Endgame. You know who's gonna die in that fucking movie. It's just like how you build it up, and I feel like this particular character with her like fighting with herself, like the other shit was always like she's so badass, but she's still the damsel in distress with like Wolverine trying to help her and shit. X3. I understand people hating that. This one, it's like no, she's holding her own as far as like an actress and as far as like a fucking plot, person. Like yeah, it makes sense or not makes sense, but it just makes me excited that she's doing her own shit. She's fighting within herself, and it's like, dude, that's stuff that Venom should did right. You know what I mean? Like this is kind of cool. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to be as optimistic as I can.
And I get that,
Optimus?
but Optimus Prime.
and I get that, but it's one of those. It's the trope I hate of we have to have this disembodied demon have a fucking voice. I don't like that shit. Like it's like Skynet having a voice. No,
that was so bad. Yeah.
Shit, they gave Skynet a face. What are you talking about?
Twice, by the way.
Yeah.
Old dying woman, and then fucking Matt Smith in Genesis.
I forgot about that part. Yeah, I remember just the fourth one. Yeah, I don't know why y'all have to do that. You don't have to put the villain doesn't have to be an actual being walking around saying hello. Like fucking just, annoying.
Or the black smoke from Fantastic Four.
Or black smoke from
that's
Lost.
The worst.
Galactus.
No, the worst villain of all time was Lost. The last, and I always bring this up. That's the worst fucking season finale I've ever seen in my life. Literally.
Okay, quick.
Wait,
no, finish your point. But after that, quick question. Let's just go worst villains.
Worst villains? Okay, yeah, sure. But yeah, and we can actually talk about the Disney villains. Apparently, they're gonna get their own shit going on. But no, as far as like the fucking series finale, and I don't know if you remember this, Alan. Did you like Lost?
I was addicted to Lost. Yeah.
Me too. And then season 2, I was like, okay, I'm getting sick of being fucked with now. Like, this is getting ridiculous. And at the very, very end, sorry, spoiler alert for people who don't want to sit there for fucking 20 hours, this noise that people have been hearing, it's either a dinosaur or monsters or werewolves or whatever the fuck. You find out it's just a fucking cloud of smoke. The worst CGI smoke you've ever seen in your fucking life. And I was like, dude, so many fucking seasons watching this, and that's your fucking ending. I was so fucking mad.
There's so many things wrong with the last couple episodes. I love Lost. I was addicted to Lost. I was watching like a season a day. Like it was like 20 episodes, and I would just sit and do nothing but watch Lost. It was the first show I ever binged. That ending, like I know there are people out there that broke down the ending, and this is what it means, and it connects to this. I'm sorry, I watched that. What the hell was that ending? It was all a dream. It wasn't a dream. It was kind of a dream. It was a video game. Like no one actually knows what the fucking ending of Lost is. But as far as worst villains, like actually, I like Ganja go because I got to think of a couple.
Okay, yeah.
Worst villains for me, it's definitely have to be Iron Man 2. I hated that fact. Yeah, that
I want my bird.
Yeah, like it's basically Birdman being an actor, and he just became a villain for a paycheck. Like honestly, man, I know I'm salty a little bit just because I haven't seen Penelope and I wish to see her. For the SoundCloud viewers, he's got a beautiful little bird that you guys get to watch on the Twitch stream if you go hang out with us.
I want my bird.
Yeah, exactly. My bird. Pretty little cocktail. But the point is, I was so disappointed because I thought it was going to be like a mastermind villain. It was going to be finding someone that goes toe-to-toe Iron Man. That's going to at least go to the third film, and the Avengers might have to take him off as one of the first, like, smaller villains. And I thought that would be cool. And he had, a menacing figure. He was believable as a smart and charismatic character as well as Ben Kingsley can act. and then they just did some bullshit where he's just a farting ass, dumbass actor.
Yeah, no, that was really annoying. I did like his design though. I thought that was pretty cool, and he was great for the trailer. When they do trailers like that.
Well, that first half, he's dangerous.
Yeah.
He is, but then he never gets more dangerous than that initial like race car.
He becomes a comic relief afterwards, so fuck you.
Yeah.
A bird.
No, exactly. No, that show was really annoying. But yeah, and then was there any other villains that you can think of, Gotcha? Because I know you hate tons of fucking villains and shit.
Because my problem with a lot of villains is they're kind of cookie cutter. Like, they don't ever derail from the big plot line, especially now a lot of mainstream superheroes are either going for a shiny glowing thing or they're looking to destroy a shiny glowing thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's kind of become that stereotype because they're all moving on towards a bigger plot line where they go after one bigger baddie. So everyone else is kind of subplot. Where unless they're going to come back again, they're kind of one-off villains. Or like what we saw in Captain America: Civil War, they just randomly blow up the villain that was kind of big in one of the other past Marvel sections, and they just use them as like a subsidiary character just to keep the story moving along. And I think that's just kind of dishonest because one, it doesn't build up a lot of the villain characters. It just makes them one-off. Like what Alan said, like Thanos was entertaining in a sense because you actually got to see him throughout the Marvel universe and it builds up to it. But a lot of these one-off villains, like besides Killmonger, like Killmonger has more of a motivation because it's a one-off and it's a quick storyline. It's I want the throne, I want to take that away from somebody who I think undeservedly uses the power, and because they treated me bad. It's a very simple story. Whereas everyone else just has this like grand motivation that comes out of fucking nowhere, like an hour and a half into the film.
Yeah. Oh man, Ruthless responded.
Yellow Jacket.
Yellow Jacket. Yeah, that was really bad. But yeah, Alan, did you remember the one that you wanted to
Oh yeah, I got one. And you're gonna hate me for this. Ultron.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ultron. I remember this because I was having a rant about this, and this was right when Batman v Superman came out. Ultron is one of the worst villains because he actually actively almost does nothing throughout this fucking movie. He does nothing villainous throughout this entire fucking movie. He just walks around and it just says things for reasons. He's like, I'm gonna blow up the whole planet because I had a temper tantrum. He's a child. He's a child throughout the entire movie from the very start. He never does anything cool. He never has any memorable fucking lines. He kidnaps Black Widow and throws her in a room with radio equipment for some fucking reason instead of, I don't know, killing her. There is no reason why he kidnaps her. The fucking motivation for him blowing up the world is, I guess I don't like them. And then he just gets fucking beaten by Vision's whack ass. And he goes throughout the entire thing. Like Thanos, one of the things about Thanos is you got to see him as a threat. What's the first thing he fucking did? Wiped out a bunch of people and choked out fucking Loki. Yeah. Ultron doesn't kill a single fucking person. The only person he actually kills is Quicksilver. Batman in Batman v Superman killed more people than Ultron did.
Oh boy, I disagree, but it is what it is.
You can't disagree. Ultron doesn't kill anybody in the entire fucking movie except for one person, and he fires a gun at him.
There's literally once again to something you've actually said yourself because we had a big argument about this about Negan, but you don't have to kill people to be a villain. You said those words. You said those words.
I said those words. But then I ended that particular statement because I knew this was going to happen. But he never does anything villainous anyway. He captures Black Widow and locks her in a room full of equipment she could use to communicate. Because of course he fucking did. But it's not like that was leading to anything else. His plan happens because of a temper tantrum. He rips off Andy Serkis' fucking arm because he kind of said, "Are you Stark?" He's a child. That's what I'm saying. He is not threatening throughout the entire fucking movie. Thanos is threatening before he kills Loki. He's threatening because he beats the fuck out of the Hulk. You already got an established that. He almost didn't need to kill Loki to establish that. There is nothing threatening about Ultron. He is one of the lamest fucking villains that people remember. Because nobody remembers Malekith or Yellow Jacket. People remember fucking Ultron.
Well, yeah, but I remember Yellow Jacket a lot. And Malekith, whatever. This character over here from Thor: The Dark World, this guy was fucking complete trash.
His plan was awful.
Yeah, and this villain from Thor Ragnarok, I feel like she's the same villain from fucking Power Rangers, that remake. Like they look exactly the same. No, they're terrible. But what about you though? Like, what's a villain that you feel like?
Yeah, I know you're about to skip me again.
I wasn't. Alan talks a long fucking time. Like, I'm sorry. God damn it.
You're a liar.
Nope. I wasn't skipping. By the way, I even said mine. Like, there's a bunch I want to say. I was gonna go.
Yeah, and you were gonna go straight to you, like right after Alan.
Nope, I was not. And then there's so much stuff in the chat too. People talk about Steppenwolf.
Jet's talked more about people not mentioning her than actually mentioning anything.
No, but what's a villain though that you think is shitty?
Oh, well, I have my dogs have a lot to say about that, but anyway.
Sorry, what?
Shut
Their
up!
dogs are talking like, I think the human is a fucking bad villain. I don't like that motherfucker.
Jet's the biggest villain of
But anyway, I actually have quite a few.
Okay.
Like 4, because they're all equally fucking terrible.
Okay.
The villain from Suicide Squad, the Joker, and Enchantress were both fucking awful.
I don't.
The Joker,
agree with
I think, was actually way fucking worse.
Oh, good
He's
God.
barely in the movie, though.
Yeah, and every part he was in was fucking awful.
But okay, so you're saying he's worse than this shit right here, Enchantress over there, pop lock and dropping all that bullshit? Like, dude, this is bad.
Like most of the time, I actually forget she's in the movie. She was bad, but I forget she's in the movie. Him, I remember all the fucking time because literally he not only looks like fucking shit. Every line he says is fucking terrible.
What you got against Purple Lamborghini lurking?
I'm gonna hurt you really,
Everything.
really bad. I hate
I
that
hurt
fucking shit. It's
really, really bad.
You want some beef?
Really
You
Then now that
want
part
some
actually-
beef?
That part actually would have been funny if that grill just dropped right out of his fucking mouth.
I just want to know how Jet feels from all those fucking memes that have come at it where people are like, oh, this is my baby girl being her just as crazy as Harley Quinn and the Joker.
They're on
That's-
fucking crack.
That
Yeah.
shit took forever to stop popping up on Facebook. I was like, damn, y'all trying to be silly
I
for
don't associate with people like that, so I'm glad I didn't have to see anything like that.
Oh, I saw that everywhere.
Yeah.
You should close out who basically you're associating with, because those people are weirdos. But
Yeah.
anyways, let's see. It's a tie between these two also because they're actually really fucking bad and they both made me angry. The steam, like the fucking mist or whatever the fuck that one dude turns into from Green Lantern.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
the Galactus.
So fucking horrible. And like that nice, was he doing that nice guy shit or whatever, or am I mixing it up? Because mostly from what I remember from that villain was that he just turns into mist and whatever, but I don't remember much of his character before then because he was so fucking boring.
Yeah, because I remember people talking good about him in the comics, so I'm just kind of like,
Wait, are we still talking about Galactus or are we talking about someone else?
no,
No,
is
this
this,
is like the
That
other
wasn't
one.
Galactus in no, I'm talking about Green Lantern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Galactus.
Was it? So they
That
had
was-
Galactus twice?
Wait, no.
What
I'm,
the fuck are you
I'm,
talking
I'm
about?
sorry,
Galactus
I'm
is in
fucking.
Marvel, you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah, my bad. You know what it is? The Fantastic Four 2 and Green Lantern have the identical climax. It's a giant. It's a guy
holy
flying.
shit, we actually got too nerdy, y'all. I don't know what the fuck's going
No,
on.
no, no, no. It's a guy flying fighting a giant CGI cloud. They have
High
the
up
same
in the
ending.
sky.
That threw me off. I'm
Wait,
so
okay.
sorry, guys.
Okay,
No,
really
you're
quick.
fine, but it was like they're both equally fucking terrible and ugly, and honestly, probably the worst parts of those movies. And basically, my number one, fucking what is it? Steppenwolf from fucking Justice League was awful. I hated that shit.
Steppenwolf was fucking great.
You
Yeah.
did not
Goddamn
need all those fucking people to fight fucking Steppenwolf with his weak ass.
He's fucking awesome.
Wonder Woman could have dealt with that problem by
I really,
herself.
by the way, oh yeah, well, she can beat him with fucking love. Stupid
No,
fucking
her
franchise.
Someone
shield
similar
and
to him
sword.
in her own movie.
Nah, that's fucking stupid. No,
She
fuck
fought
that.
him with a sword and shield. There was at one point it almost became an Injustice 2 fight scene. Like she
Like,
was
all you
kicking his
need is
ass.
fucking Superman and Wonder Woman for that fight. Everyone else is almost fucking useless. Well, maybe Aquaman. Everyone else is fucking useless.
I gotta tell you, like people jumped on this movie. I understand the movie shitty. Like I get that. I totally understand that. But fucking Steppenwolf is some of the best shit that's ever happened in fucking DC.
You're on
And it's
crack.
like, no, that fucking character.
Name me one line. Name me one line of dialogue that
Who
Stephen
gives
said.
a fuck? Jason doesn't even talk. He's one of the best ever. Like,
No,
But
he
his
fucking
motives,
thought
his
Jason
motives
sucked.
make up for it. Like, what does Steppenwolf even did that's memorable?
look at him. He's fucking
Look at him.
awesome.
Look at what?
His
Look at what?
I'm just sitting here enjoying all this fighting
He's-
and like
he's
this
Shinnok.
backstabber. This is great.
Dude, it's fucking basically Shinnok. This is awesome.
No, he just kind of looks like Shinnok. What has he done that's okay? If you want to go with the whole action, name one memorable action that he ever did.
When he killed a bunch of those stupid fucking La Mascara chicks. It was fucking awesome.
That was 30 seconds at the start of the movie.
And in the middle too.
That wasn't even memorable.
Yeah, when you fought off all the fucking superheroes with their lame asses, like you think I'm gonna fucking be on Flash's side?
Barely.
Come on, Flash,
He's
get
getting
him,
his ass
buddy.
kicked. Even before Superman came in, he was getting his shit rocked.
Yeah, cause it's superhero shit. That's why. You know, but like.
Like, and even then, like, you did not need all those people to take out his lame ass.
Damn, Nick, you just love getting jumped on this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
really.
I like how you just sit on the side, all fucking comfortable, right? I'll come in for your ass, you little bitch.
Oh, Trouble in Paradise, you two?
Hey, are you trying to bring the target onto you?
Yeah, Mr.
You
fucking...
always say that.
Dude, you just
always
did
say
it.
that.
You just
You always
did it.
fucking say that because you two are always fighting. You're fighting me anyway.
Hey, Alan,
Let's
hit
see
or
the
miss.
shoes on the other
I
foot.
never miss, huh?
You always miss. You can't shoot for shit.
Oh, no, don't you do that song?
I did the song. Yeah, I did the song. Fuck you. And for the SoundCloud listeners, I have a little fake gun lighter that I held up to Alan.
Is he
Just so
gonna
he
give me a
knows I
kiss,
mean
huh?
business.
Yeah, because he's probably gonna burn himself.
Later.
Probably. Oh, man. JP says, Nick, saying, I hate superheroes that people love. I'm a colossal jackass. Thank you, JP. You're so sweet. Fuck
JP, you should have
Wait.
talked to yourself like that, man.
Wait,
That's
why
a
did
bad
you-
way to insult yourself.
Wait, I don't get what even JP was going for. You put in quotations like Nick says that shit. Just you think he's a colossal asshole.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up. He's calling me an asshole. But it's all right. Someone please stone me. Jesus! No!
Damn, they want us to beat you biblically.
Damn, even Baby Lotion's turning this into a fucking sexual video. Like,
Are people trying to turn you into Jesus?
I think so. Yeah.
We're gonna crucify this evil motherfucker.
Jen, I'm sorry. I disagree with a lot of the shit you said today with this fucking list. Okay.
Well,
like,
I mean,
Joker is
that was
fucking
all
great
in my correct opinion, though.
too.
No, she didn't say a single wrong thing. I agree with everything she fucking said. Though, okay, the only thing I'll disagree is with Enchantress. Enchantress was way cooler before she became a human. When she was that weird, like, dirty, like, fucking ring person, that was a cool design. She was really cool then, but then she becomes Shakira, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Shakira.
Yeah.
Dude, Shakira's worn that exact outfit.
I have mine I'm going to bring up, and it's both movies and games. It's everything all encompassing into one. It's pretty much every villain except for Nemesis on the Resident Evil franchise. They have the worst fucking villains I've ever seen. Wesker? Why the fuck do people like Wesker, man?
Because he looks like he's a character from the Matrix and it's a cool design. Cool
Wow,
designs will
you
go
would
really
defend
far.
it. You would
No, I
fucking
don't
defend it.
fucking give a shit about Wesker. I've never played in a fucking game long enough to ever fight Wesker. But like he has the fucking glasses and then he has a trench coat. He looks cool and he has a cool design and he does cool shit. That's why people like him.
Yeah, this character is so overly fucking powered. There's no reasons why he should be overpowered. And then every other fucking villain that you can see on there, they always had... What's up with the eye and the arm thing? Even Resident Evil 2's remake did that shit.
Every Resident Evil game had it. Resident Evil 4 had it.
Yeah, but like, why? Like, what? Can we please get an explanation as to why somehow the fucking eye has to go on the fucking arm?
Nick. It makes them look more vicious and evil.
So fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Doesn't make any sense.
It don't
Fuck
have
you,
to make
man.
sense.
Ebony
It's
Nick.
Ebony Nick in the pounding after midnight, baby. That's what I put in the chat. Enjoy that.
Oh,
shit.
if we're probably moving on to video games. I know none of y'all ever played this, but for the chat, there's a game called Bionic Commando. It's basically the entire point of the game. This guy has this big fucking weird big ass arm that he uses to swing around throughout the entire city. And one of your commanding officers says, "Okay, someone dropped a nuke. You got to go and figure out the fuck's going on." So he sends you on this weird fucking mission. And the thing is, he says, "Okay, if you go on this mission because he's in jail because of some other bullshit, I'll release you from jail and I'll tell you where your wife is." So it's like, okay. So he's going through, he's doing all this shit, he's doing all this mission. This commanding officer's helping him out. He figures out near the end of the fucking game that in order to get the arm to fucking work, that it requires that the AI that controls the arm isn't an AI, it's a person. And they kill the person that you love the most and use their consciousness or some stupid bullshit to put it in the machines to make these bionic like fucking arms work. And it turns out
I was gonna say, if I'm gonna talk shit about that though, I would have to talk shit about Metal Gear Solid because the whole Shell Saska thing.
No, I'm not done yet. That's really fucking dumb. Also with Metal Gear Solid. But the stupid part is the commanding officer betrays you at the end of the game because he was setting you up so that you could die because he killed your fucking wife. Why would you send this guy on this mission that almost accomplishes nothing when he's just gonna figure out you're the bad guy?
Because this is a shitty game.
Yeah, it was a shitty story. What do you want?
You know, did Nuka Forever. I don't know why, But for some reason,
I just don't know why, man.
We're talking about
The
shitty fucking
original
villain.
ET is
I
just
would
got
ask
no
Ganja,
story.
but I would ask Ganja, but he plays nothing but RTSs. Was Hitler? You gonna pick Hitler?
Man, fuck you.
yeah, Hitler was bullshit, man.
And all right, fuck you. First of all, his RTSs are great, and third of all, man, just fuck you in general.
You didn't even start off at 1. He's like, second of all, worst. First of all.
I'm not Brian McKnight. I'm not gonna start at 1.
Wow.
Jed, I'm gonna ask you really quick. Video games. What is the worst villains you've went up against?
Honestly, when it comes to video games, the only one that actually like straight up popped out of my mind was basically the villain from Fable 2. He sucked.
Yeah.
Oh.
God, Fable's getting a lot of shit from all you guys in this community
Okay.
lately.
Does he suck because of how you deal with him, or the villain himself? Because he starts off with wanting to basically save the world and then shoots your fucking sister in the face. Like,
He started off strong, but at the end, it was just like,
okay.
man, this dude sucks. So
It's
and the thing is, like,
half-assed.
the thing
Yeah.
is, like, you go through years trying to get this dude because at a certain part of the game, like, you spend years in a jail or whatever, and like the way you get rid of him is just like, okay, I want my money back.
Yeah, I mean, for one, he looks. I hate characters that are like they're dressed to look like you should hate them. You know, like the villain from Far Cry 4 was really annoying like that. Like, hey, look at me. I'm
No,
the
he was
villain.
just flamboyant. Like, this guy, like, I get what you mean. The fucking guy from Fable, he's just like a fucking, like, he should be working for Darth Vader. But, like,
Yeah.
like, not Far Cry 4 is different.
And not only that, like, I don't know if this happened to you, Jet, but like the first time I was playing the ultimate good guy route, so I was like, all right, is there a way that I can capture and redeem him or some shit? Because there's a main villain that you find out later. No, if you wait too long, someone else takes the kill away from you.
That's what happened
Oh,
to me the
yeah.
fucking first time, and I was
Yeah,
like,
that
nope,
shit pissed me off.
I turned that fucking game off, reloaded, and shot his ass in the head.
No, because what I did is I shot him twice in the head, and he fell down, and I thought he was going to turn into a giant monster. But then the game ended, and I'm like, the fuck just happened? Is that how the game ends?
Like,
yeah.
that's so fucking disrespectful. Like, really? Really?
Mm.
If you kill me, I'm just a man.
I'm
And then
gonna
I
say
killed him, and he was
something.
just a man.
I'm gonna say something really quick. I'm gonna find this clip just so you see what the fuck I'm talking about. But everyone loves Resident Evil 4, right? Everyone digs this game. So
Oh, I know what
much.
you're going to bring up.
Now, I mean, the villain, I don't like the villain, but I mean, I know people disagree with me, but there's a part where they try to like show you like, oh shit, like this guy is fucking serious, right? And there's this death scene that I was into the game. I was scared. I was enjoying it. I was all fucking tense. And this happens. I'm going to show you really quick. Alan, you know where this is from. So you see this, and you know, he got impaled. It's like, oh shit, what is that, right? It's lifted up.
Oh, no, Louis.
But
Alright.
then, like, you'll see, hopefully they show it because they have 2 different versions, believe it or not. So I don't know what
Yeah.
fucking version I'm getting this from. But when he kills him, he throws him away. Yup, he's down. He's dead.
R.I.P.
Mhm.
Are you okay?
And look where this goes. Look where
Oh,
this
yeah, the dick monster.
Yep, up
The
his
dick
skirt.
monster.
He
Hey.
fucked him to death, y'all.
The dick monster. I forgot about the dick monster.
Yo, when I first played this, I didn't think it was his dick until I got older, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely his penis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sharp as
yeah.
fuck.
Same. Oh man, I always called him Antonio Banderas because he reminded me of Antonio
Oh, yeah,
Banderas.
for sure.
I loved him. He was so cool.
I literally just remembered another one that made me actually really angry.
What's up?
Star Fox Adventures, basically a General Scales.
Oh yeah.
Basically,
because of difficulty or
No, basically what happens is they have the game build up to where like he's supposed to be like the main villain and whatnot.
mm-hmm.
So what happens is you're about to fight him, whatever. He gets stabbed in the back by someone else who really wasn't even mentioned throughout the game, if I recall correctly. And then the battle basically takes place like mostly in space. And it's honestly, it made me so fucking angry.
Oh yeah. Oh, speaking of fucking dumbass villains, Shadow the Tomb Raider came out a couple of fucking months ago, and the villain is so. If you played the first Tomb, if you played Tomb Raider Rise of the Tomb Raider, the main organization that's actually causing a lot of problems for Lara Croft are basically Templars. And exactly what the crazy Christian evangelicals are all white people just trying to get these artifacts for immortality, whatever fucking bullshit. For some fucking reason, you never meet the leader of the organization. So for some fucking reason, in the third one, Lara Croft is looking at some fucking random dude in the middle of like Peru or some shit, and this random guy that's a descendant of the area is somehow leading this Christian Templar fucking group. This random dude that has a society in the fucking forests is leading this Christian organization to gain immortality for some fucking reason, and doesn't actually have a plan for when he gets the artifacts. Because at one point, Lara Croft's trying to find the artifacts and goes, well, I have the box. Do you have the blade? Oh my god, you don't have the blade. I was going to use it to remake the world and do other stuff. Like, he literally just says, and then other stuff. Like, he doesn't actually have a fucking plan.
Yeah, like, cause man, and you hate that fucking. I've heard you talk about that game so many times.
Oh,
Pure
terrible.
hatred. And I'm really surprised because that game did look like it was gonna be fucking good. So it sucks that on top of everything else, it's a fucking bad villain too. In the chat too, and I've been meaning to look in the chat. I'm gonna scroll past to what you guys can even see here. But the last thing I see on the very top over here is Blaze from Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That was one of the laziest fucking ideas for a villain I've ever seen.
I never got that far. What's his deal?
No, he's just a ball of fire. Like,
Does
he's
he
just
talk?
Yeah, but he's just like, bleh. Like, he has a voice, but there's no words that come out.
Okay. What the
It's
fuck does he do?
He's just actually, this is him from Deadly Alliance. Like, he's like a tutorial thing. My bad. Because the thing is too is like people kind of create like this thing like, oh, he's been here all along. He's been in Mortal Kombat 2 in the background. He's been on Deadly Alliance in the background. It's like, fuck you. Like, no, he wasn't in this franchise. Stop lying. But I'm trying to show a fucking like what he looks like here. He's basically like a big ass rock with like lava. Let me see.
It's a big ass rock with.
It's really silly, man. Let me see. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry. Sorry, people, for fucking trying to find this. I don't know why it's so hard. But yeah, there he is right there. See how it's like just so like, hey guys, fire and rocks. Like, how lazy is that?
Yeah, because isn't that what like the start of Armageddon when he's doing some shit? I'm like, okay, maybe he'll be some cool shit, but it's like, the fact that he does nothing is kind of disheartening.
It's kind of basic shit that you see in early game consoles.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying. It's like, oh, fire bad. That means they're It's like whatever. Mika Bell. Who's Mika Bell?
Oh, that's the guy from that's the guy with the long hair, the blonde for long hair in Red Dead 2.
Oh,
he's the one
okay.
that's always giving you shit. Yeah.
I forgot about him. He's annoying, and he's that racist one, right?
He probably. I see. The thing is, I don't think Mika Bell's a. I mean, I hate him. Like, I hate him.
He was literally talking about how he didn't want that black dude around, like in the beginning.
Yeah.
But go ahead though, like because I didn't beat this game yet. But what was something frustrating for you, unless you disagree with Ruthless?
He's one of those things where it's like I don't disagree with him as being a bad villain, because when I say bad, I mean like poorly written, completely useless. Like, just why are you even here? Mika Bell is just one of those people that consistently cause problems, and I think one of the things is he's just very annoying. He consistently causes problems, and you can never call him out, you can never kill him, you can never, do anything to stop him. You just gotta kind of deal with his weasel attitude, and it's like, that's why I can get why people don't like him. But I mean, he's a fine villain because he does villainous shit, so it's like, I get it.
Yeah, no, but you said like most hated villain, so I don't think he was saying like, he's a terrible villain. He's just the most hated. Yeah.
Right, my bad.
Yeah, because like for me, I think he was a good villain, but I hated him too. Like, I want him to be fucking dead, like quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people like that too. Although it's funny, like and I guess it's kind of like it's probably not even answering the question in a sense, but like the fucking Nemesis thing, that was a character that even though he was annoying and people kind of think like, okay, he just walks around, doesn't talk, doesn't do anything, just says stars. Still, it's like you kind of don't even want him to die. Like, I want him to be in other games. With somebody like Mika, dude, like whether or not he's written well, you just want him fucking out. So I thought it was pretty cool.
I guess one last one I could think of is, and this is just poorly written villain. I fucking hate the villain of Borderlands 2.
Hold on there.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
He is a fucking loser. He is fucking as bad as Pagan Min is in Far Cry 4. Of just like, I'm just gonna call you up, but you're not gonna be able to fucking respond.
I'm gonna say, like, that's one of the better villains that are out there.
Nah, man. I mean, better for Borderlands, sure, but not a good fucking villain.
No, he's a great villain. Like, he's literally teasing you the entire time, and then
he calls you up while eating pretzels. What a fucking loser!
Okay, I'm gonna just say something that's very obvious.
That's basically shoving it in your face that you're not gonna do shit to him. And not only that, what other game villains have basically did what he did, where he takes a player. Well, one of the characters from the first game, basically his main source of attack, puts in this game, steals it from him, basically mutates the shit out of him, has you fight them, and then basically just blows his fucking head off.
I wonder why that might make me a little mad.
Yeah.
No, but no, not even that. It's just that he is so, like, it's just one of those things where I'm just gonna be so smarmy. He's like Cartman from fucking South Park as a villain. He's so fucking annoying. He's so fucking like childish about every single goddamn thing he does. And it's less about threatening and more of just, please stop talking. I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. I don't want to even hear your existence, because he just spends the entire time just being on a fucking cell
Well, yeah,
phone
you're
from
supposed
you.
to feel that way about him because he's literally
No,
picking on you.
no, not even in that sense. Because like I get what they're trying to go for, but I just didn't want to even ever deal with the motherfucker, because I'm like, you're just Cartman from fucking South Park. That's the fucking villain of Borderlands 2.
He has more depth than fucking.
He is not depth at all. He is fucking Joffrey from Game of Thrones. He is just vicious for vicious sake.
Nah, like the whole thing what happened was between his wife and his daughter and shit, and that shit that's happening, and then you're basically realizing like, okay, is he actually a good guy trying to do good for the rest of the world, or is he actually just basically a spoiled piece of shit who basically took advantage of his daughter for his own selfish reasons?
Yeah. That's the thing, and it's like I knew for sure you were gonna like not bring him up, but bring up the fact that like, oh yeah, we bridged the character from the back, and I know like, I can we say spoilers? It's an old game.
Dude, it came out on 360 early, so yeah.
Okay, Alan's name is Birdman. A bird gets some shit
I'm
done
surprised you caught that.
Yeah.
Like, what do I hate that a little bit? No. I had a buddy of mine that gave me I had a buddy of mine that told me to pay close attention to that shit. I fucking cussed him out after that one. Just because, don't ever sit there and post some fucking bird death shit and tell me to look at it because you want to fucking laugh. I'll fucking fight you if you ever fucking do that again.
Now I know what to do for April's Fools.
I will not be your
He
friend.
literally, like, right when you finish the mission, everyone's all cheering. Straight up walks behind another character and basically shoots him right in the goddamn chest, and you're not even expecting that shit to happen.
Oh, by the way, the fucking end of the game is the same ending of fucking Fable 2. You just shoot him in the fucking head.
You
After you
have
fight
to
a fucking giant
fight
monster.
him before then, though.
No, you have to fight a giant monster, and then you fucking shoot him in the head.
No, but there's a fight, like, you basically, like, fight him by yourself, and then you fight a giant monster. I believe.
Yeah, that fucking bullshit. Nah, I fucking hate Borderlands. Fuck Gearbox.
Wow, you are so fucking wrong, dude. Like,
I don't give a goddamn shit.
We haven't even got to his review yet.
Well, no, we've been going a while. I'm actually going to be ending this up pretty quick. But, like, yeah, like, the one thing that I liked about Handsome Jack, because that's his name, the villain from Borderlands 2, and I even, like, played a lot of Borderlands 2. Like, you know, Jet's the one that kind of got me to give it a shot and everything. And I played lots of it. Yeah, no, the game's great. But, I'm not trying to bring everything back to what I always do. But, like, dude, Walking Dead, Handsome Jack reminds me of Negan so fucking much. And it's like, I know people are like, oh, I hate when he makes jokes and he keeps talking, just like how you're talking about. Like, I hate when Handsome Jack is, you know, he just doesn't shut the fuck up. It's like, that's the point, because, like, while you're getting irritated playing this game, fighting all these guys, and he's still fucking with you with his words, you're not playing as well anymore because he's fucking getting to you. So it goes past, like, the storyline of the game. He's affecting your life. In real life. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the same way of Eric Cartman. I don't think it's done in a well-written fashion. I think it's done in an annoying fashion simply for annoying sake. Like Joffrey and the other person, the other Game of Thrones villain is vicious for vicious sake. There's no depth to it. It's whatever you could do just to be annoying. There's no creativity to it. There's no cleverness. When Voss is a way better villain and a way better version of Handsome Jack, because when Voss is like talking to you and dealing with you, he is like on the verge of losing his fucking mind. So it's like, okay, there's something going on. Like Pagan Min, I don't even know why they fucking crashed Troy Breaker. They should have cast somebody else so they could have 4 or 5 more lines of dialogue. Because the biggest problem with Pagan Min is he barely fucking speaks in the fucking game. But again, the problem with Handsome Jack is I don't think he's particularly well written. I think he is just like annoying for annoying.
Did you play Borderlands pre-sequel? He's in there too. A lot of it.
I'm never gonna play the pre-sequel. I hated Borderlands 1 and 2. Why would I play the third one?
Because they literally give him more depth in that game too.
I don't give a shit.
So like, he's not Eric Cartman. Like Eric Cartman literally has nothing. While Handsome Jack has a lot.
But you can't bring in a sequel when we're talking about. I'm talking about
round
Borderlands 2. I can't. But saying she brought in.
How is he not down, folks? He's been.
That's some bullshit. She brought up a point and I couldn't rebut. That's not how it works.
The throat has been gouged. The man is still getting up. The bird is in his corner.
Good God! Good God! Oh God!
I'm just saying, you can't use a third game to explain why a second game's villain is better. That's not how it works.
He was explained even in the second game, but they explain him even more, even though they don't really need it. They like even in Tales of the Borderlands, he was in there too. Like he's pretty fleshed out at this point.
Nah, man. Again, I'm not counting fucking the pre-sequel, but from Borderlands 2, he's just annoying for annoying sake and cruel for cruel sake. Like, there's no other things going on with that. That's why I fucking hate that game and hate Handsome Jack.
All I will say, people, is that this is probably going to spill over into the after hours, which we're about to go to.
All I know is Alan's talking about Handsome Jack. He's acting like Simple Jack right now. That's all I know.
Oh,
Shut the hell up.
that was good. I like how Ruth was like, "Stop the
Oh,
damn
the Dream
match."
Team is back, I guess.
No, back together, bro, like the fucking Mankind and fucking The Rock. The Rock is Sock Connection, brother.
Look, man, Alan, I'm sorry. Look, I don't think we fought a lot today. I think you and I have been we got along kind of okay. And by the way, you plan to fuck with me too. So like people.
Oh, don't you play the victim here.
If you guys rewind back, for one, Ganja lied about me kicking him out. Alan left on purpose to have that happen.
You kicked me out.
No, I didn't. They were in cahoots with each other. So fucking A. And
You know where else in cahoots?
What?
At the Illuminati podcast, where me, Alan, and Rico do a good podcast about politics, talk all kinds of shit, determine y'all future, and of course, that is on the Little Fire Burning website. I don't forget, I was gonna say .com.
Wow.
Based on that, but that's all I gotta say about that. Nick.
You know, here it is right here. I really like that flame going. Like this is just a flame that Alan put together with his fucking raging.
Yeah, it's just angry.
Yeah, it's using you as kindling.
That was too big a word. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I know, kindling.
Kindling, it's sticks and shit, you crazy motherfuckers.
I like
And
his.
kindling?
Yeah, she doesn't even know it. Like none of us know it.
Are they all already camping?
No.
No.
Whatever.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
how you get sticks in your ass.
Was this worth it? Alan, was this worth it?
Was well worth it.
You wiping with pipe cone, motherfucker. Was it worth it?
Well, no, I mean, I didn't wipe my ass with pie code. I actually brought you provisions.
Oh my God! Get out of here! We're leaving. Ganja Guru.
Tell just take it out in the after hours.
Yeah, fuck it. We're going to the after hours.
Yeah.
Cool. But you know what?
Oh,
I
that's
give
so
Alan a
fucking
chance. It's okay. Alan, I love you very much. We're gonna have funny after hours. You guys can come on in there. We'll give you the link. Actually, Ganja, where should they look for the link to the rabbit?
Well, you guys check them out on the Facebook page as well as the Mino page, where you go download it on the Google Play Store, as well as, of course, on our own personal pages. We'll hook that up with you guys as well. And I might post it to the Double Toaster page as long as the privacy setting on Rabbit is working properly. Because one thing is we have to keep people from doing racist, sexist, and all around just fucked up shit that ruins our good time.
Mm-hmm. We do not want that at all. So with that said, it's time to get the fuck out of here. On that 3, Ganja Guru. And on that 2.
On that
1, stay with me. Eddie, shut up. I ain't gonna go camping. Fuck that shit. Uncomfortable ass bullshit.
Going camping and shit. That's how you end up getting killed by a bear.
That's how you get a bunch of bugs off on your booty hole crack.
Well,
Yeah, sticks and shit puts all up in your butt.
Oh, a bunch of pampered motherfuckers.
I like Pampers.
Got ants just crawling in my ear while I'm sleeping.
So the guy who wipes with pine cones.
All up in your balls. Just biting
This
all
is
up.
a invention called toilet paper, and you can almost carry it.
So where are you gonna throw that toilet paper then? You're just gonna throw it in like
In a bag.
throw it in the woods? Yeah.
What do you throw toilet paper in the
think so.
bathroom?
I think you just throw it to the side and just have like the other woodland creatures just eat it.
What
Is
do
that what you do, Alan? You just have the,
What do you
just have the
What do you do
woodland
at home?
creatures eat your doo-doo?
What do you do at home when you fucking use your toilet paper? Do you fucking flush it
I
down
flush
the
it
toilet?
down the toilet. I don't put it in a bag.
Oh my god!